Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, living and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland, off here to a match in the year 2021. We're going to north here, Finndeed, fighting for Deutschland, Germany. Taking on a role here of the 2nd Panzerdivision here with German infantry, featuring the 250-1.5 tech, veteran squad leaders, stormtroopers, assault and hold, and fragmentation bombs with triple infantry weapons in the south. It is Eisernes, Kreuz. Fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Rolling out here with the 6th Armored Division, featuring Recon support with raid tactics, INR Pathfinders, airdrop combat groups, the M8 Greyhound, and cluster bombs with ambulance, anti-tank, and infantry. There's a very big thanks to the Patreon supporters who have donated to me throughout the last year. Big thanks to you. Without that, I certainly wouldn't be here this year, I think. So very big thanks to them. And other people can join the ranks for pledging on Patreon. You can always just donate. Links are in the video description. And always, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. Spread the word. Eastwards there, pioneers bring. We've got a dull pioneer start on the east side here for Finndeed. Interesting. No MD-42s as of yet, if ever. On the east side, we've got tank traps going down here for the path of the reassurance. Those are definitely not pathfinders. But we do have a pathfinder squad out here for Eisernes Kreuz, allowing him to go for slightly more aggressive timing, since he doesn't have to worry about training those and Basil wanting some attention. 2nd Grenadier squad there for Finndeed. For Deutschland, grab the point up here, grab the car point there. East side has also been seized nicely by the pioneers. Hang on, we'll have to possibly put the kitty into the kitty pacification position now. He's running off. Gunny's Grand Western Field Point. 2nd Gunny's squad ready. South Point here sees the reassurance. We've got tank sets, we've got barbed wire. Bravo squad moving eastwards, and the Pathfinder's crew back in the west. Hold fire in case they might accidentally give away the position to the Germans. Nothing further going on here. Sandbags in the east, sandbags in the west. Almost 2 minutes. In fact, we had 2 minutes into the match and there's not been a single shot fired. It's all been very nice and quiet, which is not what we're looking for in a Company 2 match. Isn't that right, Basil? Yeah. Just gonna see if it can't. Nothing. Anyways, Gunners as the Pathfinder. Well, actually, it's in the East Pioneers' rifle squad. Close the Gunners actually finding out what the Pathfinders was not. We got fast tech there for Finndeed. So dull Gunners, dull Pioneers into fast tech. That is definitely not your average Wehrmacht opening, particularly not with German infantry. Definitely an average. There you go. Shots fired. Gunners was the Pathfinders. Gunners still quickly taking losses to the Pathfinder, retraining the favour still. The Pathfinders with the scope marking right for Davis can pick up wounded men. Does have the advantage. It doesn't. The Gunners actually end up winning that one. That was a close one there though for Finndeed. Still holding up the curve point there. Tech almost done. Pioneers ground the point here in the west. Certainly helpful for Finndeed. Eisernes Kreuz is not playing as aggressive as he could. Hang on there, just grabbing the kitty so he doesn't run around and meow and cause me problems while I'm trying to cast here. So I do apologize. 250-half tech rush strand you have Finndeed. Now that's definitely not something you see every day. So 2 Gunners into and 2 Pioneers into a 250-1.5 tech here from Finndeed. Flamethrower Pioneers ready already. Probably going to stuff them inside the half and then go hunting for Yankees. But that said, Eisernes Kreuz is also rushing ahead here with the Lieutenant Rush. So definitely both players here rushing. We'll have to see which one expects the other one to rush more. And definitely, though, I think Finndeed might have the upper hand here, since I don't think anyone ever expects a 250-1.5 track rush. Point there being seized, moving westwards. Gunners setting up, Pioneers ready. They're waiting for their ride to run. There you go. Like to Schützenpanzerwagen around there for Finndeed and the 2nd Panzerdivision. Following up with some Panzergrenadier, which are also great to stuff in the half track, and so are stormtroopers, by the way. So there you go. Mobilizing those Pioneers. East side Pioneers still on the defense. Panzer squad halfway done. I'm guessing Eisernes Kreuz. Okay, he's going for the captain. So this is the one of the builds you typically see with Recon support, which is going for Lieutenant Captain. Line the 5th gun, the anti-tank, and use the pack of the airdrop combat group for the pack out, and the ground of spaces a light vehicle. So going some places here. Lieutenant Radit, 250 half going straight for the Rifle Squad here. Rifle Squad will likely have to fall back positions in the heavy cover. There you go. Forced retreat in the face of German offensive action. In the southeast here, Pioneers finally advancing the reassurance, doing some damage there. Half just going to rush in, gun entering the Eisernes Kreuz in response to the light Schützenpanzerwagen. Could actually get a wipe in the reassurance, I think. Good chance. Good chance. Definitely going to be a problem if Eisernes Kreuz. Oh, doesn't go for the wipe. He quickly swings westwards again, perhaps. No, maybe he's swinging to set up for a better potential wipe. Yup. Gets the wiping in there. Captain being used to supervise, 2 thumbs up. This Eisernes Kreuz, really overlooked ability. Most players never use that, so 2 thumbs up there. Might even supervise to entertain that a bit faster here. No, apparently not. I'll wait though. As you might notice there, he was able to speed up the ambulance a lot faster there, so again, that was very much 2 thumbs worthy there for Kreuz. Laying down mines in the carve point. Cheeky Finndeed, falling back with the half-tag. Again, can stuff the pen gunners in. They work quite well on the half-tag as well. Some of those, so does Stormtroopers. In fact, they work really well. Not charged already popped with Pioneers to the building there. It seems a bit awkward and almost like he wants to get the Pioneers killed. Got these in a few points and Finndeed is off to a great start here by Eisernes Kreuz. The light half-track rush there versus Kreuz has definitely caught the American player there off guard. Going for another Recon squad, and again, with the Recon's wiped, he knows he's got at least some room there to make use of the mines here, does his opponent, and proceeds to use them. There you go. Punches out the half, they're doing a lot of damage here. Could get the Pathfinders wiped, actually. Quite painful there for Kreuz. Yup, looks like we're going to see a double wipe here. There we go, 2 wipes in the matter of moments within the first 6 minutes of the game. Indeed, really showing that half track there off to the Americans and what to do with it. Going for a Stormtrooper squad as well here. Lovely. Lovely. They also work really well in the half-track, by the way. Eastern Point being seized by the Pioneers. Ralph squad moving up in the centre here. Mines was finally ready here for Eisernes Kreuz, but definitely roughed up for the Americans here. Indeed, just kicking in the door and not taking names. Pioneers routed here. We got some termites on there as well by Finndeed. Thumbs up. Not want to grab the centre victory point. Back here, reinforcing. Medic bunker waiting needs to as well to exit to heal stuff. I'm still waiting. And start the base there for Kreuz. Stormtrooper still hiding out, entertaining the eastward, grabbing some fuel point, grabbing the eastern cut-off point as well. There, troops reinforcing, fixing up the light to shoot some Panzerwagen, going for a replacement Pathfinder squad as the other one, of course, got utterly gunned down by the Germans. Veteran grenadiers already there for Finndeed. Really strong start here for Finndeed so far. That said, he needs to be careful not to get too comfortable with it and start either getting arrogant or too passive because he thinks he doesn't need to do anything. This could allow Eisernes Kreuz to recover from an otherwise hefty scissor loss of Milligan. There you go. Lieutenant Colonel moving to line by the Stormtroopers, immediately dropping one member, and then the others pretty much just title out of there as another one goes down to the Stormtroopers. Very good ambush there by Finndeed. And we got tech for Finndeed. Thrashing in and armor, really taking advantage of his early game here to just push it into a fast mid-game. Good work there by Finndeed. Thumbs up. Comes away at the other end of the building. And beginning to host down the Raptor squad. Very good there, very good. And then popping and pushing out there. Eisernes Kreuz definitely needs to come up with some counter-attack here to Finndeed. Needs to break his initiative and get the game going in his favour. Otherwise, he was just getting smothered here by Finndeed and the Gems. There you go. Half-tech crashing in there. Pioneers going for the anti-tank gun, of course. Then he's pushing into the other side. Pathfinders and Camp trying to do what they can here. Anti-tank, the crew almost exterminated already. Got Lieutenant Ford. Do we have the Zooks away from? We do not. Panzer going to be Stormtroopers in there. A withering assault here on Eisernes Kreuz. His men overwhelmed. The lack of a heavy machine gun definitely not doing many favours. In fact, I'm surprised he hasn't gone for heavy machine gun despite going for Lieutenant pretty fast here. Storm's moving ahead here. There's some brutal engagements here between Finndeed and Eisernes Kreuz, and Finndeed is just wailing away at Eisernes Kreuz. Storms are finding out there. Pioneers got laid down some more mines. Half-tech falling back. We got 1 kill on it, but half later vets need 2. Anti-tank being reinforced and soon healed. Oops, switch westwards here. Basil getting a bit silly here. Out! Stop biting me, Basil! Stop biting the hand that feeds you. You stupid cat. Out! Stop that. Out, meanwhile, out! Eisernes Kreuz is trying to break out here from Finndeed's grasp. Both through the centre, trying to catch some of the lefty behind troops they left. And in the west as well. Good push there. That said, Finndeed's got a strong advantage here. Can already push out and Osman here at the 9-minute mark. That is a really strong start. Honestly, I also think something that's only really possible on Crossroads due to the higher fuel income available on the map. Troops moving up there. Ground Western car point. He's going to need more into tank guns for sure. Going for the Greyhound. That's not going to stop an Ostwind, but at least might put some pressure on the infantry. Could also catch the half-track. Troops are reinforcing healing. At least he's quick to advance. Grenadiers holding up at the eastern victory point. Right, probably in Pathfinder to tank, or Captain to tank from the north. There you go, great flanking from the south here. I'm sure Finndeed must feel some sense of satisfaction in that, because he knows that definitely means there's going to be like immediate answers. Oh, Grenadiers got the touchdown wipe. That's certainly helpful there for Eisernes Kreuz if he gets a wipe. There we go. Small thumbs up there. Meanwhile, though, anti-tank is supposed to be assaulted by the Panzerguns, and the Grenadiers have got no way of covering up. This is going to be a huge disastrous move there for Kreuz. If he loses it, because again, then he's got no way of stopping the Ostwind. And you do not want to have no way of stopping an Ostwind. Yup, anti-tank cleared out. Grenadiers, Panzerguns moving for it. Meanwhile, the Ostwind is tearing through Eisernes Kreuz infantry. A disaster. Now we got stormtroopers in the half-track pursuing the running infantry. This could be, oh goodness. Is this terrible anti-tank being hauled off as well here? My god. Greyhound nearby opening up. Lieutenant already has perished. Good hit on the half-track there by the Greyhound. Running to the base. There go. Captain wiped out as well. That Kreuz is in a terrible state. And the stormtroopers grab the BR as well. He's got bazookas in the rear sons, but he has suffered humongous losses in comparison. Massive. Eisernes Kreuz situation is abysmal. He's popping bung grenades into the base trying to take out the ambulance. The absolute cheek there from Finndeed. Kreuz is still holding his fact. He's still grabbing territory on the far west, but good lord, does Eisernes Kreuz have himself a hole to dig himself out of. Back here, troops reinforcing healing storms from where they're back, making their way back. That half-track definitely earned its value.
Good to go.
No mistake there. So we got another to take it almost down there for Eisernes Kreuz. Got the eastern victory point seized for freedom. Ostwind there closing in. Veterans before, oh not veterans before, it's 4 kills in the Ostwind there. Pathfinder's grabbing the western fuel point, giving him a bit more to work with, though he's still got a lot to do. I mean, he's still fighting, he still believes in victory. He still believes the Kreuz can be defeated. Grand goes over the Panzerguns. He's got the Ostwind in it, catching the Greyhound in a little tight spot here. Bazooka firing in the Ostwind. Far, far west, we got the Pathfinders with Stormtroopers. 9 kills, veterans who won. Pathfinders quickly hightailing out of there. I think there's a very simple thing to do with the Gunners moving as well. This is caught here by the Ostwind. Bazooka's opening up the Ostwind, doing some damage, but the losses are high. Half the team gone in the blink of an eye. Ground being fixed up. And to tank right there for Eisernes Kreuz. Finally going for 5th gun. I'm really surprised he didn't go for one sooner here versus Finndeed, to be honest. Another advantage for trying to probe Finndeed's territories that Finndeed takes the bait. It means his eastern territories effectively safe, and again that means Finndeed's going to focus everything in the west, so bit of benefit there. Got the airdrop combat group that's going to help make up for some of the losses with some paratroopers, plus the artillery support might also provide some extra punch here versus Finndeed. If you can also get the anti-tank gun back from Finndeed, that might just give Eisernes Kreuz a chance to like more aggressively stabilise the match and perhaps turn in his favour. Stormtroopers are reinforcing. Ostwind sitting out there for Finndeed. For not freedom, but Deutschland. Grabbing the anti-tank gun there. Other pack cards with the paratroopers, in fact, right, no, there's Pathfinder being used there. But they're going to take over the Ostwind. Good hit there. Moving eastwards there with the Grenadiers. Got Rival Squad nearby. Going to have a bit of a hard time with the veteran Grenadiers. The Greyhound can easily assist there. 1 kill veterans you won. Already in the move there. Very good. Just reinforcing healing. We'll have to see what he goes for on the paratroopers. Quickly the Bazookas to further help deal with armor, since Finndeed can actually go for a Panther already. Might also be just, you know, light machine guns. No sign of additional army for Finndeed or any full-time attacking here. There we go, Panther 1 though for Finndeed, just adding to the advantage or managed to build up here versus Eisernes Kreuz. The Panther moving up there, until firing away there, hoping to snuff them out. Though sadly, shoots a bit too far there. Go bang grenade again. This time they're hitting the beacon, but not even destroying it. He's bring way back. Panther 4 halfway done. Eisernes Kreuz is managed to stall out the match here versus Finndeed, which does give him time to recover. Of course, also Finndeed more time to actually fill up. But there you go, Pioneers caught up with the Greyhound. The infantry, the Pathfinders quickly popping off a few Pioneers to defend the cover point here. Ostwind holding back, not willing to stick its head in there. Going these storms coming up under cover here of a Nebelgranate. Stormtroopers, Ralph's got up close to Stormtroopers, should have the upper hand there. But the ground pretty much turns against Finndeed. And taking up their Pioneers. In the west here we got the Panzer Gunners still sending back paratroopers moving in. Of course still lacking munitions for any upgrade. In the east here Ralph's got catching the anti-tank gun. Quickly try and clear it out and turn it back to the course of freedom and democracy. But there you go, Panther on the way. Eisernes Kreuz with another anti-tank gun, which he badly needs. Looks like he cancelled the anti-tank gun for that. Okay, and they're close to Infantry 2. Sniper on the way for Finndeed. 2 points wide. It's actually Eisernes Kreuz has a slight lead of Finndeed for now. Gunny's Panzer charging with the paratroopers. Grand supporting there. Good hit. East side, Panther folding, getting the Ralph got recently up with bazookas. Anti-tank also been moved in. There you go. Hammering away. They're doing some heavy damage here to Finndeed's infantry. Almost getting the Panthers there wiped out. Oh, the Grenadiers. East side, bazooka firing down. The Panther putting down to half health. Gunny's got decent fuel point though. In the centre here, Germans being routed. West side is more wide open here. Eisernes Kreuz to push through. And the sniper's ready for Finndeed. The sniper's ready. So 2 anti-tanks ready here for Eisernes Kreuz. Going for that 50 cal again. We'll have the extra sticks to it this time around. Dazzle savagely attacking me. Not even the kitty pacification position seems to pacify him this time around. Then he's routed by the Greyhound. Panther 4 there, still half health, pursuing trying to catch it, but Telemine is spotted. $50 cal almost done. We got more Telemines here for Finndeed. Very good. Very good. 50 cal ready, paratroopers reinforcing, adding the brown light machine to put more pressure on Finndeed's infantry. We'll have to see what Finndeed goes for next. Maybe another Panther 4. I mean, that would certainly put in a lot more firepower here against Kreuz. They could also just go for more Osmonds, to be honest. We could go for that. Stormtroopers running out. And the Telemine spotted. Really good mining by Finndeed, by the way. Grandstone forwards here. Gotta be careful though, he's gonna hit a grey Telemine there. We got direct hit from the anti-tank gun. Could risk losing the. Yeah, he's gonna like lose it here. Oh, he didn't. That was pretty lucky there for Eisernes Kreuz. Pretty lucky. Slight probe westwards there. As you can see there. In the east, we got the Grenadiers ready to advance on the eastern fuel point again. Taking out there for Eisernes Kreuz. Very good. Finndeed with a lot of resources there. Panther 4 moving in. 5th cal catching the Grenadiers there. Holding one anti-tank at east, was leaving one in the centre. Pack out there at the ready as well. We got 413 which is 86. Then he's being suppressed, murdered. Sniping forwards. Paratroopers could catch the sniper maybe, the Pathfinders could. Over there, go Panther catching the paratroopers, taking out half the squad there with a single hit. A devastating blow there to Eisernes Kreuz. A punishing walloping. And he's been down, sniper queuing hit there still. Paratroopers still about there. Anti-tank holding back. Eisernes Kreuz need to do something here. Of course, the current state of affairs is only benefiting Finndeed slowly, but surely. Major ready though. Pioneers moving ahead here. Pathfinder's getting shot at. Taking heavy loss from the control. There you go. Pack out opening up some of these. Doing a bit of damage from the catches. 5th cal there flying away. Yes, moving up. Paratroopers still providing some backup firepower. And there you go. Panzer's moving ahead here. Greyhound needs to get into the situation faster stop. Then Paratroopers down to 2 men neutral shoot as well there. 5th cal being routed. In the centre, we got the Flag Panzers quick to move in to stop such maneuver here from Eisernes Kreuz. Sniping in there, 5 kills, and the Greyhound moves in. 3 kills, 52 there. Going for the cancer shot. The Panther is almost taking out the entire squad. Great hit there. Panther Folder returns to favour. Lots shot far. Western Pond being grabbed him. Guessing he's going to go for Sherman soon. He could also try and go for the Jackson, obviously. Finndeed going for the Heavy Panzer Corps. Taking advantage of his advantage. Yes, they go for 2-4 round. Just push out more medium armour. Sniper keeps plinking away there at Eisernes Kreuz sentries. Killing any sort of outpost infantry. Bring ready there for Eisernes Kreuz. Stormtroopers hanging back here, 9 kills, Western 2. Better pack out to fire there. 413 to 1556. Gonna need something back here for Finndeed. For freedom and democracy. Telemites down here for Finndeed. Lots of Telemite, in fact. Let's see if we find any grenadiers.
A capture point is under attack.
Charging on the ground here. Rex is looking to get some anti-tank ready here against the Panda 4 position as well there. Lots of shots to fire. Most failed to hit. Leaving the Panda 4 lightly damaged despite what it actually went up against. West side is still not seeing a lot of action. I definitely feel like he needs to do something soon. Got the show away with the fires on his Kreuz. And we got a punch there for Finndeed. Going to try and hammer Eisernes Kreuz positions into submission with some good old German rocket artillery.
A capture point is being overrun.
I mean, that would definitely make a great target for the Panda at the moment. So Eisernes Kreuz really needs to like try and switch the dynamics of this match around. Or just risk getting got pummeled into submission here by Finndeed. Then he's taking heavy damage from the rifle, the paratroopers. Panzers then waiting. Stormtroopers hiding as well there. Flak Panzer in reserve. Once more probing the right side there with the sniper. Got the Pathfinders hoping to maybe catch the sniper and kill him. Not impossible. If he's paying attention to this in sportsman time.
The enemy is overrunning.
There we go. Does he fight? Does he take the advantage? There we go. Didn't get the sniper though. At least push him away. Then the 5 up. Then push back. West centre side's not seeing much action. West is sniper. But there goes Sherman ready for Eisernes Kreuz. Will this be the herald of his comeback against Finndeed here? Will this be the beginning of the Germans' end? But there you go. Panzer for 42 being hauled forward to the front line here by Finndeed. Anything just keeps flying away. They're hoping to, I think, clear out some shrubberies. Finally moving westwards, also moving centrewards here. Stormtroopers, of course, still proving up here a problem he's not aware of yet. Probably will be soon. Really needs to like start pushing back against Finndeed here. We got 413 versus 325. We'll have to see what Finndeed goes for next. Quick hits there on the Flak Panzer and the Ostwind. Stormtroopers doing themselves as well. I think that was a bit premature there by Finndeed. Being hit for a Brandhandgranate. Enveloping there the paratroopers in a hot burning fight. Ow, Basil, stop that. Panzer barrage off. Gets support weapons here. Mercer actually gets assaulted there by the massive pile of wood there. Negating most of the damage really there by Finndeed's Panzer barrage. That's going to feel a bit bad there for Finndeed. Sherman holding fire as well. They're switching. Heisernes going to try and use it to just bombard the infantry. 50 cal almost done. Sniper creeping head in the centre west side. We've got the Ostwind moving up there. Infantry backing up. East side here. Bit of skirmishing. Like this is action all over the place now. Major rout here with the Ostwind. Sherman there just hoping to randomly embark troops, it seems. Could set the Telemine off there. Sherman towards the centre. Could catch a sniper actually. That'd be pretty good for him and pretty bad for Indeed. Piney sets off in the wrath here of the Sherman. But still, nothing really in a major push here by Eisernes Kreuz versus Finndeed. He has, like, say, for example, a cluster bomb set up there. That could cause Finndeed some problems doing a good push. Coach scored for the Panzer 4. 300 points left for Eisernes Kreuz versus Finndeed's 413. Entertaining being held 40 by Eisernes Kreuz. Back hits reinforcing healing. West we've got rifle the Stormtroopers. We've got Telemines down there for Finndeed.
Capture point is being overrun.
Predator catching the Stormtroopers, hosing them down there with some good old fashioned American lead. Let's into the game, but there you go. Flak Panzer to the rescue. Closing in 82. The paratroopers in a bad position. Almost got the Stormtroopers squad there wiped. More beacons here. Gets a bit more better line of sight than what Finndeed might be up to. Stop that, Basil. Panzer there eventually too as well. No, for example, support package chosen. It can be handy with the target ability they get. Another 5th go there for Eisernes Kreuz. We'll also go for another Sherman soon. Trying to move up the centre. Power funds going to start with the sniper. Anti-tank opening up, shoots and misses the Panther 4 there. Really terrible accuracy by the anti-tank so far above Kreuz. But there you go, takes out the sniper from Indeed, choose those rack, suffering before wipe the Panther found the anti-tank though, threatening to wipe it out. Gets 2 kills, but not enough ground, and he's putting back the Grenadier squad here. Sherman the West going here for the Ostwind. Need to be careful of the anti-tank before Telemines. Down to half health, in fact less than that. Grenadiers the tank through the Pathfinder, need to treat them soon. And they'll wipe. Eisernes trying to be careful. Got cluster bombs on the centre here, though. Sherman in pursuit. Anti-tanks like the Panther 4 here. Down to half health. There go Grenadiers retreating. Cluster bombs are raining down. Death from above. Shattering the terrain, but getting no kills. Fun fact, the cluster bombs were actually a straight up copy of the German butterfly bombs. For those wondering why they'd really copy that, it's not they did it, it's the American Army did it. Fun fact there. So I need to replace his infantry losses, also need to make some progress. Another Sherman, that would be a good idea. Scott on the way, that's more to the 14. Meanwhile, Finndeed is bringing up the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Ground there, that's 3 with 6 kills. Major moving up the west side. Armored there, hold up. Panther in the centre being hammered here by a 2 fight and Greyhound flying infantry fire there. Out vessel. And these got Grenadier Stormtroopers sneaking in. Panther almost down there for Finndeed. For freedom and democracy. Panther right about done. West side major out the Ostwind, which is very close to it. We've got 14 kills on that one. There we go, Veterans in the Flak Panther, anti-tank, and then his commanders also Veterans 2. Ground squad need to fall back in the face of Veterans Grenadiers. I feel like he could also be doing more here. I mean, overall, it just feels like Eisernes Kreuz seems to be a bit more active. I think he's going for Jackson here, though. He's having got a man-pound field, so that seems like a Jackson tank shot go here for him. Versus Finndeed. There we go, Panther arrives. Cancer shot him, the gun is almost taken out. The Grenadier squad under Finndeed's command. Ace Greyhound there, definitely a problem. Almost got it. Can he get the finishing shot here? Oh, didn't. But there you go, Panther out for Finndeed. These 50 could have to do with the Stormtroopers, unless they handle correct there. Gunner squad, does he get the wipe there? Or does Finndeed once more get very lucky? Looks like the answer to that is yes. He gets lucky. That is 2 Grenadier squads avoiding a final wipe. That's pretty close. And staying holding up there. Eisernes Kreuz still not breaking out, still not going for Jackson. He's just starting to float resource here in the face of Finndeed. But there you go. M36 Jackson White could still go for more infantry. We didn't go for like another airdrop combat group. More paired with another pack outer. Could patch behind with sufficient firepower here versus Finndeed to maybe active form of breaking through. We shall see though. Germans going to bypassing the anti-tank elbows. Gets hit down the Panther 4. Super firing up there, poking the Panther down at half health. When the anti-tank guns were there. Ostwind moving in there. Need to retreat those resistance soon. Do a few hits. There we go. Got the centre victory point. We got 412 to 276. Greyhound sneaking in. Anti-tanks will move a bit further forward. So he needs to be careful about not bunching stuff up too close with the Panther for about, because even like so far, Finndeed's accuracy with the Panther has been not good. It just takes a few units being bunched up in the same place too many times until it gets in there and actually get some kills. So reinforcing healing. There you go. M36 Jackson tanks straight out there for Eisernes Kreuz. Finndeed's Panzerkampfwagen 5 folding back there. And these T are listing up. There we go. Greyhound racing in for freedom and democracy. In the west here, major push back by a machine gun bank on the left flank there. Sneaky Finndeed. Panther shoots, misses. Another Panther for barrage. This time I had to clear out 2 support weapons due to being low numbers, low in health, but also rather close to each other. The Senate can of course quickly recruit them, get them back in strength, but still good threat there for Finndeed finally. Paired to catching the anti-tank gun, could he wipe that one and turn it against Finndeed once more? Looks very possible. Get another machine back on the west heavy for Finndeed. He's really digging in and further taking advantage of Eisernes Kreuz, rather I would say aggressive strategic passivity. Ostwind they're going for the parachute, getting out there fast. Support has been recruited using the ambulance to help recruit them at the front line and getting back in action fast, very good. But he definitely needs to like start getting more active here. Panther squad closing right to have the Greyhound. Stormtroopers running in, but risk being joined in the fun here, being annihilated. Good wipe there for Eisernes. Kreuz definitely needs something like that. We've got a smoke grenade off here. On it, meanwhile, Panther running in here, taking advantage of the confusion, the obfuscation. Jackson could assist here. Panther Stormtroopers got need some point here. Centerwards, 50 cal, but not doing much. Westwards got a bit of maneuver there, but again, Kreuz just seems to be struggling here with Finndeed. Panther on the background needs some fuel point there with the Grenadier. It's coming from the 50 cal. Troops riding west by the sheer amount of armor there that Finndeed has managed to assemble. Shuttling forwards there. Charging in. Jackson not supporting, neither the anti-tank guns. Not entirely sure what Cross was thinking for that one. Pioneers holding up here. Pioneers setting up there for Finndeed. Panther holding back. Whoa, no idea what happened there, but that was definitely a bad call there by Eisernes. Kreuz marches 50 cal straight into the Stormtroopers line of fire. Must have forgotten about them, he's just starting to get stressed out, I don't know. Support weapon still being bunched up, creating another great target for the Panzerwerfer here. Eisernes Kreuz lost the pack house crew again, almost lost the pack house in fact. Panther up again. Seems like he's starting to struggle here under the repeated pressure of Finndeed. His action's starting to get, well, rather inactive really, like he's just not really doing much. I'm not entirely sure what his plan is at this point, to be honest. Except maybe hope if Finndeed just messes up, I don't know. But he's not really like trying to set up like any aggressive action of his own there. Fragmentation bomb off of Finndeed. On the 50 cal, very good. And wipes the crew as he crews it. Leaving Eisernes Kreuz in a pretty bad spot. Panther forming in, Pioneers backing up there, both Pioneers by the upgrade with some squad, destroying the 50 cal, very good there, very good. Panther holding back.
We fight bravely for the Reich. The enemy is down to 200 points.
Anti-tank holding back here, Panther 4 as well. Enforcing healing here for Finndeed. Pathfinders out there for Eisernes Kreuz. Still no, you know, actual active plan there. Like he's just still playing very defensively. And it still seems like he's not entirely sure what to do with Finndeed. Meanwhile, Finndeed is just again with multiple machine gun bunkers by now. Taking advantage of the fact that Eisernes Kreuz is doing so little, just further fortify the front line and making it harder for Eisernes Kreuz to actually succeed in a breakthrough. Once he finally does make it, if he does. I mean, I'm guessing at this point Eisernes Kreuz is just hoping that Finndeed will commit and then like push back. But the problem is, Finndeed clearly knows he doesn't have to do that, so he just waits it out. They might take forever or take a long time, but he knows at some point, you know, either Eisernes Kreuz will attack into him, which point he's going to be really well dug in, or he's just going to win, you know, through victory points. So the problem is, Eisernes Kreuz is expecting Finndeed to do something that Finndeed clearly has no interest in. And so he needs to get on the offensive, but again, it seems like Eisernes Kreuz doesn't want to attack either. So we can't get in a situation where both players seem to favor, you know, the passive, wait for the other player to extend approach. The problem is, the Valor player is the kind of one that's, you know, got the advantage there. So again, the American player has to somehow find interest himself to attack. Panther barrage down here. This time on it, wiping a Pack-Howitzer crew again. That Pack-Howitzer crew keeps getting wiped, doesn't it? Gently pushed back here by the Panther, and again the attack, like he's finally forced to attack. As you can see there, his attacks are still rather small in scale, and he's not particularly keen on like pushing against Finndeed. Another shot there for Eisernes Kreuz. But like he needs to like launch a large scale assault. He needs to like throw off Finndeed, do some serious damage, and force him off his company. So we got another bunk here for Finndeed. He's basically building a mini Siegfried line at this rate. So I mean, good work there with Finndeed. Good work. Jackson fires away there.
Eyes on me. Got your orders.
Troops getting ready there for Finndeed. Black Panther moving in. Looking to further just clear out lines of fire there, but again, he still needs to attack. We got a skull on the way there. Machine gun bunker there almost done. So that's a total of 4 machine gun bunkers now here for Finndeed. And the 2nd Panzer Division. Panther engaging the Sherman. Flak Panther joining to from the anti-tankers. Then half from the Ostwind. Panther bouncing off a few shots. Close bit to the Panther. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Ralph's got Pathfinders there. In the assault there, ever so slowly, and these ponies entering the gut. Scott almost done it with Kreuz. Ralph got the stab with the Pan 4. And the Panzerwerfer unleashes a rocket barrage straight out of hell here once more on Eisernes Kreuz positions. Again, he just really seems to not want to play aggressively, despite, you know, in part playing an aggressive faction. But also just like he has to. But again, it seems like he's just one of those players that likes to play defensively and wait for the opponents like to make the attacks. And again, he's just not in a position to it. He's basically been boxed in, which again is a feature of Crossroads. It's a very boxing map. You can quickly get boxed in if you're not careful, and he has to like break out of the box, but it's clearly out of Eisernes Kreuz's comfort zone. He really does not relish this. Funny's going to enter the 50 cal. I mean, he's like a kid in a school play who's been like made to play the lead role, and he really just want to be a tree on the background. That's all the problem here for Kreuz at the moment. He's being shoved into a role he is not comfortable with in the slightest. And Finndeed is clearly aware of this and is exploiting this to the full extent that he just makes it very difficult for Eisernes Kreuz then to just, you know, do his part. Because again, Finndeed doesn't have to play the part Kreuz wants him to do. So he can just sit and wait there for just Kreuz to just, you know, either bleed himself out slowly, or, you know, throw himself away in a poorly executed attack, because again, Kreuz just doesn't apparently know how to do it, or doesn't want to do it. Stones it in host, though, you need to be careful there. Doesn't help that Kreuz is actually fairly short in infantry compared to Finndeed, who's not really heavy on infantry either. But there you go, Bunker coming under 518 on the centre here. Finally, Kreuz has been on the offensive here. Screaming, kicking, but he's being dragged into it by Finndeed. Panzer's behind there now, and the assault is just being disrupted. This is exactly what Finndeed was waiting for. All of this time he waited for the opponent to make the attack, and then he counterattacks. Then Finndeed strikes like a furious god of war from the ancient times, hammering away the Eisernes Kreuz. Bashing his head in there. Punishing blows that delivered onto Eisernes Kreuz, and Finndeed just pulls back comfortably, having done his part. Punishing a bit too far ahead here. Austin flying away there. Halfway to the ace on that one. Panther 4 dead close to G2. Panther is already getting to the good son Schützen. There's the hammered ace level there. Austin can destroy. But Finndeed is quick to fall back with it then. And even then, like, you know, he might actually done some damage to Finndeed, but even then, Eisernes Kreuz just doesn't like try to take the initiative and push ahead here. He's got 402% on 24 here. Then he's been routed, almost wiped out here by Eisernes Kreuz. Another Jackson away there for him. He's got a lot of armor and tank destroyers, but it's just he doesn't have the will to use them. And they're sad to no patterns. He's just grabbing. He's just giving me a hard kick in the arse to get moving. Now they're entertaining Eisernes Kreuz. But he's still shot in infantry as well. Stomps into very close to the ace level. Another Panzerwerfer barrage here. That was a really... Holy shit, he got the anti-tank gun and the parachute with that one. That was brutal. And it's almost ace level with that Panzerwerfer as well. I mean, this is just Eisernes Kreuz again, just being beaten into submission by Finndeed.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
This is like an exam, and Eisernes Kreuz is somehow managed to end up in it naked. And just Finndeed, you know, the examiner's just like staring at him like, how the hell did you end up at the exam naked, boy? Finally, he's getting started to pack out. Jackson moving in there, Panther falling back.
Send your orders. Morning orders, man.
And again, we got a sort of slow push, but even him to see just from down smoke grenades to just further obfuscate Eisernes Kreuz's attacks. I mean, again, he could try and make a push out the west side, clear out the bunkers, and swing behind Finndeed. He just needs to, like, you know, get aggressive, like, accept some losses, but get aggressive. The problem is, he just doesn't. He just keeps sitting back and hoping that Finndeed will somehow overextend into attack, and he just, you know, that way beats him and then push ahead. But it's just not happening because Finndeed, again, knows he doesn't need to. Major sneaking back on the west side. Packard snubbing Grenadier. Pathfinder sending a hand by the Osfin, the machine gun bunker. Basically met by a volley of death. Then he's something wiped out here, finally getting some kills in there for America once more. East side here, we got the Stormtroopers sneaking up there, very good. There's getting shot at by the artillery panther barrels raging down again. This time they're not doing too much there. Pioneers getting shot at there. Rearson's being pushed back slowly. East side Stormtroopers sneaking up there. Getting suppressed by the 5th cal there. We got fragmentation bomb inbound here for Finndeed on the 5th cal there. Could also risk down some of the vehicles. And wipes the machine gun.
Kreuz just took out an entire gun crew.
Limbs now being hammered. We got fortitude 87. Gun is moving up here. Cluster bombs called in. Shem there getting great here on the gun. These bombs in the ace level bar away. Close being hit, but the cluster bombs not happening. Panther in. It looks like Indeed's going to try and actually go for a killing blow, but at the same time, clearly not too much resistance here from Kreuz. Mine goes off. They're almost taking out the Greyhound. Got the Grand Scott. Blah, nonsense. Panther on back here. Halfway to this on that one. Osfin almost ace. Pathfinder's being annihilated in the center here. Jackson here going for the Panther. Anti-tank rank Sunfire. Sherman knocked out in the east by the M1 tank under Finndeed's command. Panther barrels clearing up the pack howitzer. Just punishing blows after punishing blows. 2 more Pioneer squad went for Finndeed to repair his armor. And Eisernes Kreuz continues to struggle with the idea that he has to be aggressive. Major moving ahead, the Stormtroopers, the Greyhound.
The capture point is under attack.
Trying to take out the Stormtroopers, and they're firing away. Got the Greyhound.
Light vehicle just got destroyed.
Austin firing away, the back edge reinforcing the effects of the Panther 4. The Panther forcing the repairs here. 402 versus 64. Eisernes Kreuz just continues to not make any progress. Got the Storm to the 5th cal there firing away at the Paratroops, holding them in the tracks. At this point, Eisernes Kreuz very much just seems locked out. I can't even seemingly muster the force to launch a counterattack to grab the eastern victory point.
Just reported
Pathfinder's being called in, gunning up here.
Consolidate our forces. We're left with 50 points.
49, 46. Things are going swiftly against Eisernes Kreuz here. Indeed, might want to pull back there from the cluster bombs. Maybe. Apparently not actually cost the gunners and the 50 cal, but at this point, even those losses, which I would say are quite severe, I don't think it's going to matter much from D because Eisernes Kreuz just continues not to exploit any opening he's given. Makes himself like he's just too passive. Pioneers up in the center. More gunners level for D. Panther barrels released once more, very close to the east level. Cluster bombs in. Off cluster bombs for fragmentation bombs. Storming up the eastern point here, going for the eastern victory point. We got 12, 10. More wipes here on it. Grenades up on the Stormtrooper. Smoke screen off though. Grenade gets looked big there. We got 8, 6. Panther moving forwards. Take it from the anti-tank. That's also costing the Panther right away. Down he goes. 4 points left. Storm's about to get wiped out there. Wigsuk, indeed, Wigsuk. And there we go, GG, game over. A loss for Eisernes Kreuz in the end, a bit of a dragged out fight, then so not the best one, just a bit of a shortage of replays, and part even had some replays that apparently got corrupted, it had something had sync errors, so had a bit of a shortage of replays here, so I do apologise. But anyways, certainly I think an educational fight in the matter again, sometimes, you gotta get aggressive, like you gotta be active, you gotta be able to take the initiative. That's clearly the one major failure of Eisernes Kreuz. Like once Finndeed just took the initiative, Eisernes Kreuz never even tried to get it back. Like he was way too dependent on his opponent making mistakes to gain back the game, and that's really what sets apart, really good players from the average or other good players. It's that ability to like be able to seize the initiative no matter what, to like look for opportunities and grab them. Eisernes Kreuz just expect his opponent to screw up and allow him to like to gain back the game here. And that was definitely, I think, what cost him the game. He was so clear that he just waiting there, waiting. Meanwhile, Finndeed just dug in because again he knew he didn't have to do that. It's a good play there, Finndeed. 2 thumbs up. Nice use of the 250 half tech. Nice use of Stormtroopers, all that. So, hope you enjoyed this match as much as possible. Did you subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell your friends, tell your family. And of course, do consider donating or pledging on Patreon. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.